Animals play a big part in people's lives. We're known as a nation of animal lovers, and we are. Lots of legislation in this country only exists in this country, and that proves that we love our animals, whether they're wild animals, whether they're farm animals, horses, domestic animals. People form attachments and they become part of their family. And as such, they become very emotive. And if an animal is in distress, we have seen personally that people will put themselves at risk. And it's really important that people understand the psychology of people around animals and how important animals are in people's lives.
In the UK, we know that a large number of people are owners of pets and are animal lovers across the whole country. So of course we're going to come into contact with animals in responding to the everyday incidents we attend, and then when we respond to animal rescues, there is going to be a clear expectation from the public. So what we see is a strong societal expectation and pressure at times. With that in mind, emergency responders need to have the right knowledge, the right skills and the right training so that they can consider the hazard that the animal may present, take account of that risk and work out what's the best plan of action to make sure they remain safe and that the public also remains safe whilst bringing the incident to a resolution.
There's a huge legal responsibility around all animals and their welfare, and there's a potential there for any organisation dealing with animals to fall foul of legislation which could damage their reputation. They should at least have an awareness of it before they start to plan so that they can ensure that they're fulfilling their legal obligations to the animal.
Section 11 of the Fire and Rescue Services Act provides us the powers to respond to other eventualities, and it's on that basis we can respond to incidents involving animals or animal rescues as it's more commonly known. When we're dealing with animals at emergency incidents, we have to be cognizant of the fact there is other legislation that we should take account of. So emergency responders should be aware of those to make sure their actions don't contravene that legislation and placing themselves at risk. Any employer that has to respond to incidents that involve animals and recognises and understands the risk associated with the hazard that they might present needs to prepare their staff, train them appropriately and make sure they are able to respond in a safe and effective way. The package that's been produced by BARTA brings to life an understanding of situational awareness. Those working at a strategic level in emergency planning or integrated risk management planning are able to use the 10 steps to consider how they prepare their organisation to be able to respond to incidents involving animals at a strategic level and ensure that their tactical plans are in place for their emergency responders to be able to deliver effectively on an everyday basis. For those who've been involved in animal rescue or incidents involving animals and preparing and planning for dealing with those incidents over the past 10 years, they'll be aware that we have the National Operational Guidance and the National Operational Standards. What this work does in the 10 steps in the situational awareness initial training, that provides a really solid foundation for any organisation that may have responders that are attending such incidents to get that foundation in their workforce for those people who need it. Emergency responders will be able to use the 10 steps of the situational awareness that's presented through the initial training to attend incidents where animals are involved and make a judgment for themselves as to what actions they can reasonably and safely take or not as the circumstances that are in front of them may present.